first father-son duo to play together in an NBA game.
This right here is true greatness. LeBron James in high school is being called the chosen one, the most hyped prospect ever. And what he has done with his career has shattered all expectations of what we thought could even be possible. For him at 40 years old in his 22nd season to still be one of the best players in the league is insane. And what's even more insane is for him to be able to suit up with his son, which we have never seen before in the history of the league, and I don't think we will ever see again. But that's where this ends. This moment speaks to LeBron's greatness and is great for him, but it's not about him anymore. Bronny is his own person and not an extension of LeBron. Bronny James was born on October 6, 2004. And as a child of a professional athlete, it was obvious he was going to go follow in his father's footsteps. LeBron has said during his entire career how he's wanted to play with Bronny so much.
That's dope.
He's number one on my list that I want to play with for sure.
You want him to beat you? You think?
Nah, he can't beat me.
Hey, Bronny, beat your daddy, man.
Not too long ago, I said, I asked him, I said, what you want to do with this? Like you want to get to the pros? What you want to do?
And his dream might come true. Bronny in high school was an interesting player. He averaged 4.1 points, 15 minutes per game, as Sierra Canyon finished with a 30-4 record, and was his team's only player to appear in all 34 games of the season. After a promising freshman year, his sophomore season will be important, but due to the pandemic and him tearing his meniscus this year was basically a wash for him. His junior season was when he started to show what he was good at, being a great defender with high basketball IQ. As a junior, he averaged 8.8 points, 3.3 rebounds, 2.8 assists, and 2 steals per game in 29 appearances. But expectations were high in his senior year, and he took an even bigger jump than the year before. When he did play, he averaged 14.2 points, 5.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists, and 2 steals per game, leading his team to a 23-11 record. And because of that, Bronny was ranked as a 4-star, and was ranked 20th in his high school class, and was a 9th best guard. He committed to USC, but before that he was selected to the McDonald's All-American game, in which he dropped 15 points, all being threes, and had 4 assists and 2 steals. Now there is some debate saying he shouldn't have been selected, but his play justified his selection in a way. He shot efficiently, was good on defense, and had good vision. Bronny committed to USC, but in practice that year, he suffered a cardiac arrest due to a heart defect, and thankfully he underwent procedure to cure himself and got ready to play some ball, and made his debut for USC on December 10th, 2023. Played 16 minutes, scoring 4 points, coupled with 3 rebounds, 2 assists, and 2 steals. Not too bad for someone who underwent heart surgery 5 months ago. But in his 25 games at USC, in which he only started 6, he averaged 4.8 points, 2.8 boards, 2 assists, and shot poorly from 3 in the field. Obviously not NBA level, but if he just stays and develops, maybe he could turn to a pro level player. But that's not what happened. And from what I can assume, why Bronny decided to clear for the draft was pressure from his dad and Rich Paul, directly and indirectly. You had 2 ends of the spectrum from people saying Bronny isn't ready, and if he does get drafted, it will be nepotism.
If he averaged 4 points a game on a bad team in a so-so conference as a freshman, he's not ready for the NBA. I mean, let's call it like we see it. He should be playing basketball somewhere where he's got a chance to grow a little bit on the collegiate level, play some NCAA tournament games, play with some pressure. Nobody's ever seen him play with pressure. And
Bronny is better than what people are giving him credit for, and even LeBron saying his son is better than some NBA players. In the combine, Bronny actually shined and looked good. His 3-ball looked great, and his defense is good too. Then draft day came.
Los Angeles Lakers select Bronny James from the University of Southern California.
The anticipation has been building for weeks as to where we would hear Bronny's name called. This is a young man who had an unprecedented spotlight on him in his freshman year at USC, where he played 25 games. He missed the first 8 games of the season after he went into cardiac arrest on July 24th, 2023. He underwent a procedure.
Bronny was a Laker no matter what you say. He got drafted, LeBron got his wish, and Bronny got his too as well. And in 5 preseason games, he was awful. And his high IQ didn't show. He wasn't able to shoot at all from 3. And his defense was mediocre at best and didn't look like he belonged at all. But in his 6th preseason game, he dropped 17 points and had 3 steals, but still shot horribly from 3 and was blown out by 58 points. And that leads us to today. We're in 3 games in the NBA regular season, He didn't suit up twice, and in his first game, he was only on the floor for the moment, to be honest. Lakers staff has said Bronny will go between the G League and the NBA this season to develop, but here's my problem with how LeBron has treated his son. I have no issue with Bronny getting drafted at all. The issue I have with him is him even being in the draft in the first place and the pressure LeBron has put on him. Bronny's a 6'1" undersized guard who isn't elite at anything, and none of his skills are even close to pro level. And if he had just stayed a couple seasons at USC to develop and grow, maybe some of these issues could have been mitigated. But due to the short-sightedness of LeBron, who was so eager to play with his son, Bronny has been put in a bad place and isn't ready to be in the league. And now they plan on sending him to the Sharks in the G League, in which everybody there is hungry and waiting for a chance to get to the league and make a name for himself. They will hunt Bronny on purpose just to prove a point. I'm not a Bronny hater at all. I hope he somehow becomes a great player and everybody who's speaking against him looks dumb. But this isn't really realistic. But hey, I've seen crazier things happen. And if you want to hear another crazy story about the NBA, Kawhi Leonard's trainer, ex-Clippers employee Randy Shelton, alleged a lawsuit against them about the fact that they weren't taking care of Kawhi's health properly and that they were sabotaging him. It's pretty interesting to read in the story. So if you want to go check that out, I got that in the description below. Thanks.